of staffing process is human resources planning. The human resources planning meaning is to ensure an organization, personnel, and human resources are not only productive but also working to the best of their ability. Human resources is a critical support function for any organization, large or small. The definition also includes factors that impact employer performance, recruitment, retention, and succession planning. For example, the HR department is successful when manager and employer work together to benefit the organization to the best of their ability. Planning is a key part of this process because it allows managers to assess current needs and decide what human resources will be necessary for the future. HR planning can be structured in several different ways.
Step 2 is recruitment. Recruitment we are giving by two, which is the firstly is internal hiring and secondly is external hearings. For the example, people who saw a vacancy from it about being a Lazada manager can apply the whole vacant direct to manager staff without being promoted from regular staff. The applications from the directly submit to organizations such as newspapers or televisions or media socials. Step 3 is selections. For the example, the main goals of the selections process is to select suitable candidates to fill various positions in the Lazada organizations. Selections is a process of eliminating those who seems unpromising. A well-planned selections is extremely important for an organization's success. For the example, the employer selection process is a series of steps used by Lazada to hire the best employees. Matching the right skills with open roles is important, and effective selections can result in hiring that will boost company morale, add your corporate culture, and keep turn low.
Step number 4 is employee orientation. Induction is an effort to inform new employer about their work that will be done and implemented by Lazada. Orientation allows new employer to adjust to the new workplace. The objective of conducting induction and orientation is to reduce feeling of anxiety and worry among new employer. For example, Lazada is a company that specializes in giving new employer an orientation so they can adapt the situation in the warehouse or the distribution center or in their new workplace. It helps new employer to feel more comfortable with their new job and what they need to do about their new roles.
The 5th step is training. So basically, training is an activities that conducted by the organization to improve the current work performance of employees, thus enabling them to continue working with the organization. For the example, Lazada held many activities for their workers to improve their work, to become more better and efficient for their company, to keep a production working properly and efficiently. So the next step, which is the step 6, is performance evaluation. Performance evaluation is a continuous process of communication that with employees regarding their expected duties and current work performs in their organization. And there are two types of performance, which is informal performance evaluation and formal or systematic performance evaluation. So the example that based on performance evaluation is Lazada will monitor their employees every time, whether it is a formal or informal evaluation performance, and it will give rewards to the employees whom done their job excellent. Next the seventh step, which is the last step, is transfer and separation. So transfer is a moving an existing employee to fill a vacant position in the organization in order to effectively fulfill organization goals, while separation is a employee's exit from the organization, which mean it is a resignation, retirement, medical boarding, out, death, or retrenchment. So the example for this transfer and separation is Lazada making transfer is a process of placing employees in position where they are likely to be more effective, or they will get more job satisfaction. For transfer, there is no change in responsibilities, position, status, or salary. It is a process of adapting employees to work time and place. Transfer can also be met as disciplinary action. In government service, employees are transferred to administrative reasons. That's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, now we will move to the step of hiring new staff. There are 7 steps that has been used to hiring a new staff. The first one is human resource planning. This process is a process of determining the type and number of employees that need to be hired to fill the vacant position in an organization at a certain period of time. The second process is hiring. Hiring is identifying and attracting the interest of qualified individual in applying for vacant position in the organization. There are 2 ways in hiring process, which is internal hiring and external hiring. The third step is selection. Selection is a process of selecting the best or most qualified candidate from a group of applicants to fill a vacancy in an organization. There are 5 steps in selection process and 6 types of tests in the selection process. The fourth step is employee orientation. Employee orientation is an enabling new employees adjust to the new workplace. The fifth step is training. Training is an activities conducted by organization to improve the current work performance of employees, thus enabling them to continue working with the organization. There are 2 types of training, which are on-the-job training and off-the-job training. The sixth step is performance evaluation. Performance evaluation is a continuous process of communicating with employees regarding their expected duties and current work performance in the organization. There are 2 types of performance evaluation, which are informal performance evaluation and formal or systematic performance evaluation. And the last step is employee separation. Employee separation is when an employee exits from the organization. Example like resignation, retirement, medical boarding out, death, retrenchment, and etc.
Finally, we move to the group decision-making technique that our team chose in this matter. As we show to you, we have chosen the Delphi technique, where this technique is similar to the NGT, but the members are more likely not physically present. It is sufficient enough to make a decision based on the situation given. The first step is we need to identify the problem. As we can see, Lazada here is in need to hire a new staff, but still lack in decision making about how they can hire the right candidate for the vacancy. So the next step is members are instructed to provide solution through a series of specifically designed questionnaire. Our team will make a brainstorming to make a questionnaire to make the decision making more precisely about the solution in this matter. The third step is every members complete the questionnaire in private. The fourth step is the result of the first questionnaire are compiled in one location and duplicated. The fifth step is after the compiled results are given to all members for a review. In the sixth step, the member are instructed to propose a solution once again. The proposed solution can be the same or different from the original solution. And if questionnaire is not meet the requirement, then step 5 and 6 are repeated until a decision is achieved. If the questionnaire meet the requirement, then our team will make an execution to the plan. That's it from our group. Thanks you for your attention.